Did you see the boss faffing around? Guys, apologies. I hope everyone can hear me now on the live stream. We've got lots of people watching us around the country through you're just the live studio audience in the front here, right? Everyone's sitting in bed with a cup of tea watching this. I'm in people's bedrooms. So we've just been discussing a little bit of background on Constantia. You would have seen the slides, the FSP number, so that's all apparent. My point is that we take credibility very seriously here at DuePoint. I want you to start building trust in the business that we're speaking about. Our business is very much focused on longevity and sustainability with a very long-term outlook for this business, and that can only be built on trust. And your belief hopefully will increase with time in this business. But for now, you need enough trust just to be able to have an open mind with regards to the opportunity we're discussing. So go take a look at our Financial Services Board licenses. That tells you that we are a heavily regulated and audited business in South Africa, and that should be a big tick in your books. The individuals, at least the senior staff here at DuePoint, are these people up on screen. So the first three characters are registered chartered accountants. Being a financial service provider or an insurance company, you would think, yes, we need lots of chartered accountants. We do have lots of chartered accountants. So the first individual on the far left is Mr. Benfield. He is our senior executive. He's got a lot of experience in financial services, especially in insurance, and he's had a lot of success in that space too. Their whole family's actually had a lot of success. So he's got a brother and a father, both been very successful in that space. Brendan was the CEO, so the Chief Operating Officer of Prime Meridian Direct up the road, and they're the fourth biggest short-term insurer in the country. Their father started Clientele Life all those years ago, which is now one of the biggest long-term insurers in the country, and they've got other businesses around the world that they've founded, so a lot of financial pedigree in the Benfields. We're really lucky to have Brendan heading up this division. Tim and Stacey, they look after all the other auditing, accounting, and regulatory requirements in our business. Jane and myself, we're non-accountants, but we're also very important to the business. Even though we're not accountants, accountants think they're very important, but we're also important. So Jane is very experienced in direct marketing, referral marketing, direct sales. She's been involved in that pretty much all her life, all her career. She's from the UK. She's been in South Africa for about 10 years, but she brings very important experience to our team, because what we've done is we've adopted a referral marketing or a network marketing model. We're an insurance company. Don't label us a network marketing business, right? We're not a network marketing business. We're an insurance business. But the marketing model that we've adopted is one of network marketing, and that's how we include members of the public. And Jane is very experienced in that field, so her experience is very important to our business. And then myself, I've been working in advertising for 25 years already, particularly in digital branding. I worked also a lot in the financial industry, so a lot with the big banks. So that's our team. We've got client service staff, we've got some admin staff, but the mandate, the focus of staff of DuePoint is to make sure that everybody that joins us is being well supported, so that you guys become effective at what you're doing, that you become profitable at what you're doing, and that you're ultimately happy in this business. Because we can only succeed as a business if you guys are being effective and are happy in the business. And so everything that we do at DuePoint is to support you in that vein. All right, so if you become a wealth engineer, never think that you're on your own or you're isolated. Just push into that support, because there's lots of it available for you to see you do well in this business. So that's the staff of DuePoint. Very quickly, we touch on the financial circumstance that South Africans find themselves in. Sure, and it's been a doozy of a week. You know what the doozy is? That canoe race in Natal, where you half drown and you come out with balazia at the end. This week in South Africa has been a doozy, right? We've been told we've been in a recession for the last 6 months. 2 quarters, the rand to the dollar got to 15 this week. What does that mean for the petrol price next month? Right? It's just bad news at the moment, right? It is just bad news. I cannot listen to the radio. I cannot read the newspapers. I'm tired of it. And I'm sure that a lot of South Africans are also tired of it. There's not much hope on the horizon at the moment. But our business is about creating hope. We do. We believe that we stand as a beacon of hope in South Africa's economic space, right? Because we're one of the few businesses where people can actually start earning money and start taking control over their income instead of being at the mercy of the economy, of your company, of what your boss thinks of you, of all these other factors that you have no control over, that we just have to take it, right? This business allows you to now start taking control over your income, right? And that's what DuePoint's all about. Out of all of that negativity, Constantia launched this division called DuePoint about 2.5 years ago. And so in February 2016, we launched the DuePoint system with a single aspiration in mind for people in this business, for people at DuePoint to build wealth for themselves. Not to create income, to build wealth. What's the difference? The difference is that just because you start earning more doesn't mean you become wealthy. You could be earning 200,000 Rand a month, but if you decide to go out and buy a Range Rover and a 10 million Rand house, you're just someone who earns a lot but has more debt, right? You're not wealthy. You create wealth through the ownership of assets that pay out every single month. That's how you create wealth, not through engaging in more debt. And so one of the biggest aspirations that we have for people in this business is to get rid of their debt as quickly as possible. If you start earning income here at DuePoint, we hope that people will leverage that income to get rid of their debt as quickly as possible so that they can get to the task of building wealth. And that's what we want people to do, because we believe that if you can start mitigating all this financial risk in your lives, there is happiness waiting for you. How often are we stressed at the end of the month? Right? You get the one good SMS from the bank, one good SMS from the bank at the end of the month. But then you get 20 bad SMSs from the bank straight after the good SMS, right? Those companies are all waiting for the debit orders. They get a little signal from the bank saying, we just paid the salary, and then they come all running to do debit orders. There's stress at the end of the month for South Africans. There's going to be more stress next month, and even more stress the following month. What is our December and January going to look like this year? Right? We don't want that for people at DuePoint. I told you, our focus, the ethos of this business is to create wealth and happiness, right? To remove that stress from you. So that's what we want to do, is wealth, not just income generation here at DuePoint. And you'll see, when you join DuePoint, you'll see that our language is always around wealth creation. Always around wealth creation. It sets us apart from a lot of other income opportunities. How does the system work? As guests, you have the opportunity to join the DuePoint system. When you join, so when you go from becoming a guest tonight to becoming a wealth engineer, what happens is that you join the system with one focus in mind. So one task. We have a single task for you, and that is for you to go out and build what we call a channel of distribution. That's what you've got to do here at DuePoint. Build a channel of distribution. I'll show you what one looks like, but it is basically all you doing is going out and connecting other people to DuePoint. You just have to tell people about this business. That's where our reliance falls on you guys, right? Because we're not doing marketing and advertising. We're depending on you to go tell people about DuePoint. And if you're successful in that process, if you can get other people just to come watch this intro presentation, whether it's here, whether it's at home, and they ultimately become wealth engineers and product owners, that successful process that you're involved in leads to a host of benefits for you. Primarily being you get to create additional income. Right? Every single month, an extra paycheck at the end of the month. Now you've got 2 good SMSs at the end of the month. The nature of the income we produce is based around wealth, because we produce what we call recurring income. People refer to it as passive income or annuity income. It's all the same thing. It is the ability to derive income out of an asset instead of out of your activity. Right? The antithesis of that is called active income. If you are a salaried employee, right? We're all employees, any business owners here. You earn active income. You have to earn your income every single month, right? You've got to work 8 hours a day for 4 weeks for the month to get your salary. If you don't go to work next month in October, do you get a salary? You won't. You'll get a written warning. Where are you? Why aren't you at work? Second written warning. Disciplinary process gone. No more salary, right? That's active income. That's month to month. If you start producing an asset that creates recurring income, it doesn't matter what happens next month, because you've still got the asset. The asset is what pays you. Right? And so you want to invest time building recurring income. A lot of small businesses, even medium businesses, don't create recurring income. They have to chase money every month. They start at zero. We all start at zero. With an asset, you don't start at zero, right? You get to harness the power of duplication or leverage. It's your ability to go out and build a team. Would you rather be a salesperson or the national sales manager? Who do you think earns more money? Yes, you've got to picture yourself like that, right? In this business, you have the opportunity to go out and build a team that can help you build your channel of distribution so much faster than you could on your own. So use that benefit. This is a benefit you want to take the most advantage of, right? Build a strong team. That strong team creates leverage for you. If you build a strong team of 10 people, that's your channel growing 10 times faster, your recurring income increasing tenfold. It's your ability to build a good team. Our business is flexi-time. The technology that we put in place here at DuePoint allows you to do this business anywhere. Someone could be sitting on the toilet watching this presentation right now. Right? I'm being facetious, but it's true. You can do this business literally in any town, anywhere. Right? Because of the technology that we've put in place. Again, it's opportunity for you to build your channel more easily and more conveniently. There's no startup capital. We've designed this business to be low risk. Imagine I said to everyone here at the end of the presentation, right? I hope everyone's excited by the benefits at DuePoint. The starting fees are 5,000 Rand. Everyone would walk out. Yes. You don't have the ability to take on that risk. Even if the business looks great, you'll say that's too much risk for me, right? And so what we've done is we've designed the business to be as low risk as possible so that you can get involved in the business and at least try it without worrying about losing the shirt off your back, right? And so we have a very low barrier to entry in this business. There's no qualifications or experience required in our business. Anybody can join. You get to build an asset that you have ownership over. You get legal tender over your channel of distribution. This asset that's paying out recurring income every single month is in your name. And when you have an asset paying out your income, it doesn't retire you. What's our employers going to say to us when we get to 60, 65? They're going to ask you, what cake do you like? Right? This happens to all of us. People are supposed to look forward to retirement. You've worked 40, 45 years for 8 hours every single day for 45 years. And how many of us actually look forward to retirement? There's probably 3% of the population that might be able to retire financially independent. The rest of us, a massive amount of us, get to retirement that we can't afford. Because when you retire, your income ends. But if you've got an asset that's paying out recurring income, it doesn't retire you. DuePoint will pay you into your 60s, into your 70s, into your 80s, into your 90s, and even when you die, that wealth that you've created will get passed on to the next generation. You can seed your channel of distribution that's paying out money every single month to your children, to your spouse. This is why you're building wealth that you own. This is why you should be happy to sacrifice time for DuePoint every single week, building this channel that you have ownership over. There's no selling involved in our business. Our contract with you says you may not sell. It says you may not promote our products, market our products. This is a good thing. Who loves to sell insurance products on the weekends? No one, not even me. Right? In this business, you are not tasked with that. What you're going to be doing is connecting people to the business opportunity. It's the number one commodity in South Africa that exists, is financial opportunity. Everyone is looking for financial opportunity, because their salaries are not doing enough for them, right? The average increase in salary for the last 7 years has been 2%. A 2% increase. But everything else is going up at 5%. This is why we have the problem. You can feel the pinch. That squeeze is getting tighter and tighter every single month. You're going to be telling people about the business opportunity. Your only job is to connect people to DuePoint's business opportunity, not to our products. That is my job. I will tell people about the products in the intro presentation. Our website has got information about the products. Our YouTube channel's got information about the products. You don't have to care about our products, right? And so hopefully no one's stressed about having to sell. There is no selling here at DuePoint. The nature of our products, because they're financial in nature, means we don't have any stock and distribution. Zero. Never will you leave DuePoint with a box, unless it's a box of money. Right? You don't need storage in your garage at home or space in your boot. Never. Right? And so the products in themselves are convenient. But your success is dependent on your ability to build this thing called a channel of distribution. I said I'll show you what it looks like. It begins with you. You become a wealth engineer and a product owner here at DuePoint, and now you're going to do the same thing to other people. The same way you are connected into this business, you're going to do the same thing. Right? And you go out and you tell people. And those people that you tell, some of them will come watch an intro presentation. They'll say, yes, I also want to become a wealth engineer and start earning money for myself. And in this example, you've got 5 people that you connected to DuePoint, right? So this is just an example. And those 5 people you connected go out and now they start doing the same thing. They connect 3 people, 4 people, whatever. And that is the power of duplication that exists in this business. You want to take full advantage of this benefit. Right? Because this is what your channel could look like after a certain amount of time. You could be earning money off of every single product that you see up on the screen every single month after month after month, because it's recurring income. You must make sure that you bring strong people into your business in the beginning. You have to. Think about starting your own business, right? You decide you want to start your own business. Maybe you buy a Nando's franchise. You've got 10 million rand, you can afford to buy a Nando's franchise, and you need to set up some managers. Do you just let anyone become a manager of your Nando's? No. You don't, right? It's no different in this business. You go find the strongest people you can find to put in at the top. Because those people and that behavior is going to filter into the rest of your business. You want to build a strong channel. The stronger your channel, the more sustainable it is. The more sustainable your channel, the less you have to do to maintain your business. It'll put you in a position one day that you can take 3 months holiday and know DuePoint's going to pay you every single month while you're sitting on the beach for 3. Imagine sitting on the beach for 3 months. Never in my life. I haven't even thought about that, right? But you can do that. If you have enough assets that are paying out every month, you will be in that position one day. Because you aren't reliant on active income anymore. You are now reliant on passive income. And that doesn't require activity. So this is what a channel of distribution looks like. You will not be wealthy in this business overnight. That's my warning. There are too many people that think that they need to just get lucky. They need to find that one thing, that one person that can help them, that's going to make them rich. It doesn't exist. It does not exist. If you want to be wealthy in anything in life, not just this business, but if you want to be successful in an entrepreneurial opportunity like this one, it requires hard work. There's nothing around it. We've designed the system to be convenient, to be easy, to be technology forward. Right? All those good things, but it still requires hard work. It requires time and numbers, that you're patient enough and that you work with a good work ethic to get to that point where you're wealthy. That's why it doesn't happen for everybody, because people don't have that endurance in them. They can't push through the hard times. They give up. People give up too easily. That's what I'm saying. Right? If you want to be successful and you're one of those people that go, I don't give up, you're going to shine in this business, right? Because we see the people that push actively and constantly in this business, they are all doing well. Because we see the numbers. We measure everything in the business, right? And if you can commit to that, I promise you success is waiting for you. Our 4 products, so we've got 4 products here at DuePoint for you to consider this evening. Their benefit is all financial in nature, and they are all designed around wealth creation. So our products are either designed to increase your wealth, your asset value, or they're designed to protect your assets and your wealth, or they're designed to lower your cost of living so that you can get to the point of being wealthy sooner. Right? So our first product is called Access Wealth. It is our investment product. It's going to cost you 324 Rand every month, of which 100 Rand gets invested into a tax-free investment fund. Right? So that's actively managed. We've got a fund manager. We've got fund administrators. The Sanlam is the business, the financial institution that houses the investments. So a lot of parties involved in this product. And then on top of that, we give you 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident death cover. So if you're killed in any form of accident while you have this investment, we'll pay out to your beneficiaries 120,000 Rand plus whatever's in the investment. Right? And the investment's got no delay period on it. There's no notice period that you have to give us. You can draw the funds out immediately. Right? So this is the investment product, Access Wealth, 324 Rand a month. The second product is insurance only. It's called Wealth Guard. It's going to cost you 249 Rand every month, and it is personal accident death cover only. Right? But to the value of R1 million. And you can take this product out with the Access Wealth if you want to. But on its own, it's R1 million personal accident cover. And the beauty of this product is it's accessible to everybody. It doesn't matter what your age is. As long as you're over the age of 18, you can be 60. You can have heart problems. You can still take out this cover, and the premium stays 249. Right? It becomes accessible to everybody. The third product is our new funeral cover product. It's called Family Wealth. It starts at 299 Rand. You get 20,000 Rands worth of funeral cover, which covers up to 5 family members, right? 5 dependents. You also get 10,000 Rands worth of debt protection. So if you die, we cover your funeral costs as well as paying anyone that you owe money to up to the value of 10,000 Rand. And if you want to increase the value, you can push it up to 30,000 Rands worth of cover, and you can increase it up to 10 family members or dependents. Right? And again, the accessibility of this product is wonderful because it says there, no excluded pre-existing conditions. That means you can arrive and go, well, I don't know if I can take out this product because I'm diabetic, or I've got a heart condition, or I've got cancer. Right? Doesn't matter. There are no excluded pre-existing conditions and no age restrictions. Right? As long as you're between the age of 18 and 69, you can jump onto this product. Wonderfully flexible product. This is funeral cover. The last product is called Wealth Points. Wealth Points is designed to lower your cost of living. Think about all the money that you spend every single month, right? That we have to spend. Our cost of living expenses. What we've done with this product for 299 Rand every month is we've gone and we've negotiated discounts with a number of businesses. Those businesses are now offering you the discounts we've negotiated with them. Right? So we've got data, up to 67% off data. Through Always On. We've got ShopRite Checkers, biggest grocery supermarket chain in the country, 2.5% as much as you want to spend there. They'll take off 2.5% off your entire trolley every time you shop there. Right? Then we've got a number of other online retailers, Takealot, Yuppie Chef, we've got Vodri, we've got car manufacturers. You want to buy a car? Eagle Ford. I just bought a car from Eagle Ford. They gave me nearly 20% off the price. 20% off a car. That's a massive saving. Right? Then we've got Jaguar Land Rover Santon. Also, they'll give you the best price in the country and the best service. So some are discounts, some are service related. We've got hotels and restaurants. Everything is in this product. If you want immediate benefit, Wealth Points is an awesome product to have. We are adding a brand new telecoms partner to this product probably in 2 weeks' time. That is going to be wonderful. Everyone's going to get very excited by it. There will be no increase in the subscription fee when we add new partners. So this is an ever-evolving product. So those are the products. If you want more information, go to our website. You can come speak to me. Go to YouTube. We've got reviews on each of the products if you want to spend 30 minutes reviewing each of the products. What separates us from other financial institutions? It is our marketing model, right? So traditional companies like PMD, Outsurance, MyWay, all of these companies, they spend a fortune on marketing and advertising every single year, right? Every single day. At DuePoint, we don't do any marketing or advertising. None. Has anyone seen a DuePoint billboard? Heard a DuePoint radio ad? Seen a TV advert? Never, because we don't do it. We don't spend any money there. What that means is we can still take that portion of our budget and we can give it to our wealth engineers, because you are the guys doing the marketing for us, right? You are the ones connecting people to DuePoint. And so we take that portion of our budget and we give it to our wealth engineers in the form of 2 things, the returns and the rewards program. The returns program is that monthly income that you get to generate for yourself, and the rewards program is like some cherry on top stuff when you start being successful at DuePoint. So how does the money work? The returns program, it works like this. We pay out 27.50 Rand for every product you have in your channel every single month, right? But it's dependent on where the product lies in relation to you. So remember in the example, we said you connected 5 people to DuePoint. Those 5 people lie on what we call your first point, because these people are 1 point away from you. And for every product on your first point, we actually pay you double the 27.50 Rand. So you're actually earning 55 Rand for every product that you bring into this business every single month because it's recurring income, right? It's every month. It's not once-off commission-based income. And then those people go out and tell other people, and they become wealth engineers and product owners, and that product lies on your second point. And on your second point, again, you get paid 55 Rand for every product every month. And then those people go out and tell other people. That's your third point. And as your channel starts to grow and grow and grow, the product gets further away from you. And the further the product from you, the less that multiplier becomes. So by point 8, all the way out here, you're earning 4% of the 27 Rand 50, but we don't stop you there. Your channel, whether you like it or not, will grow beyond point 8, right? There's no limitation to the size of your channel at DuePoint. You'll keep earning 4% from point 8 to infinity in theory. There's no limit to how much money you can earn at DuePoint. It comes down to time and numbers, right? The more strong people that you bring in on your first point, the stronger your channel will be. The faster your channel will grow. The onus falls squarely on your shoulders, right? This is the mechanics of our returns program. This is the mechanics of the remuneration of how you earn money. How quickly can you earn money in this business? How much work do you have to do before you deem yourself wealthy? I don't know what wealthy is for each of you. You might have different numbers. So we're going to go through a number of numbers, right, over 5 years. It is based on an activity assumption. So it assumes in your first month you only connect 3 people in your first month. So September, right? You join today, September you bring in 3 people. October you only have to bring in 2. November another 2. December another 2. And you keep bringing just 2 people every single month into perpetuity. So for the next 5 years, 3 in September and then just 2 every month. Possible, right? Doesn't sound too difficult. If you can follow those numbers, you can expect to earn this amount of money. So after 6 months, you could be earning 2,500 Rand every month going forward. Now this is a lesson over here at the 6-month mark. Because what can 2,500 Rand buy you today? Can anyone live on 2,500 Rand? It might make a little difference. You'd love to have an extra 2,500 Rand in your pocket right now for doing nothing. That sounds good. But I'm proposing doing work for 6 months before you get to 2,500 Rand. But now I want to tell you the difference between income generation and building wealth. Because someone who just creates income and isn't focused on wealth, they typically think like consumers. And we all think like consumers. That's a big assumption for me to make, but it's a safe assumption because we do. We think like consumers. If I put 2,500 Rand on everybody's lap tonight, how long will that money last? It's Wednesday night. How long will the 2,500 Rand last? In your head, you've already spent it. Yes. Someone who's focused on wealth creation does not spend the money. They don't. What they've realized and what they've learned is that the 2,500 Rand has more value than 2,500 Rand. The bank knows this lesson very well, right? And that's why the bank borrows money. They do, they lend it out. Because they know they're on the good side of compound interest. As consumers, we're typically on the bad side of compound interest because we all have some form of debt, right? And remember my lesson in the beginning, I said we need to get rid of our debt as quickly as possible. Instead of spending the money, if you decided to start getting rid of your debt, you actually empower yourself to create wealth. Paying debt off faster is the same as investing money. Did you know that? It's the same thing. If someone says to you, are you investing? You can say yes if you're paying your debt off faster. So here's an example of someone with R1 million debt. They've got a property that they had to finance, right? Everyone wants to be property owners. We all want to be property owners, pay that bond off, right? But typically what we do is we take the bond over a 20-year term, and we agree to pay the bank back over 20 years. And usually we spend so much money every month that we never get to pay the bond off faster. Because we think, oh no, I'll take the 20 years to pay it off. But look what happens when you pay your bond off faster. If you're earning this little 2,500 Rand and you decided to put it into your bond payment, so let's say you were paying 11,500 Rand a month on that R1 million bond, right? Over 20 years. You put 2,500 Rand extra into your bond payments, and now you're paying 14,000 Rand into the bond. Instead of taking 20 years to pay that bond off, you'll take nearly half the time, 11 and a half years. You've only put in an extra 20% in, but it's reduced your bond by nearly 50%. It saves you, that saves you, nearly 1 million Rand in interest you would have paid to the bank. Pay your debt off as quickly as possible. Look how quickly you can empower yourself in this business. 6 months. At 12 months, you're earning in excess of 100,000 Rand every year. Imagine coming to our offices in January when you're suffering the most. That's when we suffer the most, in January, right? The school tells you the school fees have gone up. Your kid tells you the shoes aren't fitting their feet anymore, right? All those fees, those costs that suddenly jump on you in January. Imagine coming to pick up a 100,000 Rand check at DuePoint in January. We've got wealth engineers doing way more than that already, right? That's 12 months away. At 24 months, you could be close to 30,000 Rand a month. Remember, you're just introducing 2 new people every single month into this business. At month 36, you could be close to 50,000 Rand a month. Tell me when you think you're wealthy. Remember, this is over and above your salary. Month 48, you're close to 70,000 Rand a month. When can you tell your boss what you really think of them? Hey, about you, right? 4 years away. Think about what a good time that would be, right? To tell your boss what you really think about them. At month 60, 5 years from today. So 5 years from today, what's that? 2018, 2023. In 2023, you could be earning an extra R1 million every year over and above your normal salary. You could be getting an SMS from DuePoint every single month that says you've just been had 85,000 Rand put into your bank account. Think about that, every single month. How has your life changed in the next 5 years? Who's got a 5-year plan? Who's got a goal of where they want to be in 5 years' time? Who's got hope, financial hope for themselves currently? You do have hope? Maybe tonight you've got hope, right? Because if your salary is only increasing by 2% a year and costs are going up by 5% a year, well, in 5 years' time, costs have just gone up 25% and your salary's gone up 10%. So you've just lost out on 15% of your salary, right? And that's already happened to us in the last 7 years. This is all academic, and so we bring up real people to share their experiences of this business. We bring up people that are new to the business. You can see Renee and Henny, they've been in the business for only 6 months. We bring up people that have been here since day one to share their testimony of what this business is about, right? And let me tell you, everybody is different. Every single person that joins this business is different, even though our system and the remuneration model is exactly the same for everybody. So here, Renee and Henny, in the last 6 months, they've been able to get their channel up to nearly 16 or just over 1,600 Rand per month. They've introduced 14 people to the business personally, right? That's translated into 33 products in their whole channel, right? So their team of 14 has grown to 33 in their channel. And they aspire, you can see on the last line there, they want another 967 products in their channel, because then they'll be on 1,000 products. And at 1,000 products, you're earning between 20 and 30,000 Rand a month. And you're going on our international conference every single year with your family. That's where they want to get to, right? So they've still got a road ahead of them. But they've taken the first few steps. So this is what it could look like for you. And go watch their video testimony. Because they'll go tell you what it's, they don't tell you only the good stuff about the business. They also tell you the frustrating parts of this business. So that realistically, you know what's in store for you. So that when you meet the obstacles, you don't go, why is this only happening to me? I must quit. You go, this is normal. I push through. Or I wait for the obstacle to move out the way, right? Then we've got some superstars. Darnie joined the business on day one. Took him 16 months to get to 1,000 products, right? In 1 month, he went from under 1,000 to 1,200 products in 1 month. That's meaning his business grew by at least 200 products in the space of 30 days. That's how quickly his channel was growing at month 16. In his first month, he only connected one person into the business. I think he was still skeptical in his first month, right? But then, as he carried on, he was averaging 5 new introductions every single month, right? So now he's putting in 5 people. That's double the 3 plus 2. Took him 16 months to get to 1,000 products, so he's earning plus 20,000 a month. And he helped 13 other individuals start earning money in the business. So not only was he earning money for himself, he empowered 13 other families to start creating income for themselves by sharing the DuePoint opportunity with them. Then we've got Patrick and Pumi. They're here this evening. Why am I suddenly jumping all over the place? So Patrick and Pumi took 11 months to get to rank 9, right? And that's because in their first month, they introduced 14 people. So they must have been lots of trust in the first month because they hit it as hard as they could in month 1. They averaged 8 new introductions every single month. So now they're doing 4 times 3 plus 2. You can do as much as you want. You don't have to do, you can do double Patrick and Pumi. You can do 16 people a month if you want to. Right? This is a decision you have to make. They also helped 13 families start creating additional income for themselves after 11 months. We've got thousands of people joining this business every single month. And like I said, everybody is different. Everyone is different. But you're at the liberty of choosing what you want out of this business. Like I keep saying, our system is the same for everybody. The one flexible item in this entire system, this collaboration, is you. When you look in the mirror, you have to decide what you want out of this business, right? And so for me, the decision is not so much what you want out of the business, but that's the starting point. It's more about what you're able to do. Because practically and realistically, at the end of this presentation, I want you to have figured out already how much time you can commit to DuePoint every week. What are you going to move around in your week? Because we're all busy, I know, right? Especially if you've got kids. You don't seem to have any time for anything. You have to find time. How are you going to fit this business that can start creating wealth for you into your life? And that is the decision we need to make. Getting started in this business is very easy. Join, become a wealth engineer. That's literally 5 minutes of your life, right? It's quick like that. You become a wealth engineer, you get your wealth engineer number, but now you can start building this channel that you've been given. So go watch the online training, read our code of conduct, set goals for yourself. Goals are very important because you cannot strategize or create a plan if you don't have a goal. And the goal has to have a deadline. So if you want 2,500 Rand by December, well, I can tell you, you need to be putting 4 or 5 people in every month for the next 4 months to get there. If you want 10,000 Rand after 12 months, well, then you only have to do 2 or 3 people a month. Right? I can tell you your plan. Come tell me your goal. I'll tell you the plan. Go watch our training. It'll tell you. Right? Look at 3 plus 2. It'll tell you. But everything in our business gets distilled down to one thing. One thing. Can you speak to people? Is anyone scared of speaking to people? Not if there's a pot of gold on the other side of it. I'll speak to anyone, right? And that's what you have to do. That's the only number that you have to keep yourself accountable to. If I need 2 people to join every month, how many people do I need to speak to? Maybe you need to speak to 6 people every month just to get 2 to join. That's the number. Now you hold yourself accountable to that. You put that number on the fridge. 6 people a month. That's all I have to do. No more, no less. 6 people, 2 or 3 will join, and that's how I get to my 10,000 Rand after 12 months. Right? Easy to get started in this business. Get merchandise. This will help you connect more successfully because no transaction can ever happen without trust. How do you build trust? Through credibility. How do you build credibility? Well, there's a number of ways, right? Companies and even personalities employ brand specialists. Brand specialists are specialists in credibility. Everything, the way you dress, the way you speak, your hair, whether men shave or not, the car you drive. There are a plethora of different things where people look at you and they'll suddenly make a judgment call, whether that's good or bad. But that credibility will help you connect people more successfully. Or it can go in the opposite direction. The merchandise helps you with your credibility because if you sit down with someone who looks like they take the business seriously, they've got the notebook, they've got a pen, and they've got a pin and business cards. You can look at that person and go, this person takes their business seriously. They have belief in this business. I trust them more, right? Get the merchandise, get the business cards. Please get the business cards. It'll help you in your business here at DuePoint. Join our Facebook page, very active on Facebook. There's content daily that comes out on Facebook. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. More importantly, besides having all our videos on the YouTube channel, it tells you when the camera gets turned on. the camera gets turned on 8 times a week. We broadcast this presentation live to the entire South African country 8 times a week. Those are 8 opportunities for you to build your channel anywhere in South Africa. All you have to do is send someone a WhatsApp and say, click on this link. Watch this guy for 1 hour or 45 minutes, and I'll call you afterwards. You could suddenly grow your channel in Cape Town, suddenly in Pietermaritzburg, suddenly in the Free State, overnight, without any cost to you, because of that camera that gets turned on through the YouTube platform. Make sure you download the mobile app. If you don't have a smartphone, you need to consider investing in a smartphone, because the mobile app on your smartphone tells you exactly what's happening in your business in real time. When you wake up in the morning, it'll tell you whether you're richer or not. That's what we're here to do, right? Build your channel. You build your channel, your wealth goes up. The app will tell you exactly what's happening in your business. New application form. So the current application form has been replaced. Everyone needs to update their mobile apps, right, so that you can get access to the new application form. We've made it better, simpler, and faster, right? So as a comparison, that's the old product selection in the old application form. Now look at the new one. Simpler, better, faster. We are always pushing for improvement at DuePoint. Always, right? You should be doing the same things in your channels. If you've got room for improvement in your life, you can only get better at what you decide to focus on, right? It means you can get wealthier faster. So make sure you download the new application form. It is available on the Android Play Store, on the Apple App Store, as well as on the mobile web. Right? So it's available for everybody. Make sure you use it. On to our XP Rewards program. So this is the cherry on top here at DuePoint. When you are successful as a wealth engineer, when your channel is growing, when you're active and engaged as a wealth engineer, there are a whole bunch of rewards waiting for you over and above that income that you're generating for yourself every single month. So it works like this. If you become a wealth engineer this evening, you will start out as rank 0, right? Because you've done nothing. But once you start applying yourself to this business, once you become active, you start earning experience points. So we give you experience points for everything, right? If you take a selfie on the app, if you come to presentations, you bring guests, you do home presentations, there are 20 different ways that you can earn XP currently. So to get to 1,000 XP takes 60 seconds. You need 4 products in your qualified channel. And when you meet those 2 criteria, you become rank 1, and you get an extra 55 Rand reward at the end of the month. Just say congratulations. You're on the board. You're on the yellow brick road, right, towards wealth. But it's a serious step, because what's just happened is you've just proven to yourself you can get to any rank in our rewards program. Why? Because the rank 20s, you see the rank 20s at the bottom there? Look how much XP they need. 500 million. They need 25,000 products in their channel. But guess what? The only thing separating a rank 1 from a rank 20 is time. Because they're both doing exactly the same thing every day. They're both just speaking to people. There's nothing special about a rank 20. They've just been enduring it longer than you have. Right? So when you get to rank 1, no, you can get to rank any rank in the rewards program. And as you start collecting more XP, your channel grows, your rewards get bigger and bigger and better and better and better. 50,000 Rand checks waiting for you. We give tools to our wealth engineers to help them be empowered with their channel building. At rank 7, we give you the fanciest business cards in the country. These business cards cost us 12,500 Rand for 1 set. 1 set, and they will be in your handbag. When you sit down in a meeting and you put a 12,500 Rand business card on the table, I promise you the most important person at the meeting. Because it's all about credibility. Credibility lends trust. Trust will result in more success in connecting people. That's why we give people these very expensive business cards. At rank 9, we take you and your family, right? Even if you don't love your spouse, they can come. Your 2 favorite children, we take them business class. First, we pick you up in a black Mercedes-Benz at your house. You bring your passports. You leave your credit cards at home. Right? We're not trying to induce debt here. We're trying to create wealth. So you leave your wallets at home. You just bring your passport and bikinis. We take you to the airport, the business class lounge. We're going to the business class lounge. You eat all the food there.
Yes.
You say no to the Heineken, you say yes to the Shivers Regal. Because it's free, right? That's what happens in the business class lounge. Then you get taken onto the flight, business class flights. You go on board first before everybody else. You sit down, they offer you orange juice, champagne, you get a menu that's got 4 pages in the menu. Then all the poor people come past you to go to economy class. This is business class for you. Then we fly to our international destination, where you get to spend 7 days, all expenses paid trip with your family at a 5-star luxury resort. And we do it every single year for the rest of your life. That's why, can you see? Renee and Henny, they want to get here badly, right? Because this is what they want to experience every year. They've been to Mauritius before. They want to go every year. When someone else is paying. So take a look at what we did last December. We are 3 months away from our next trip. This is available for everybody in this room. Every single person can get there. It's time and numbers.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sound where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
Did you see those fish nearly ate Pumi? She thought they were going to eat it. So who's going to be joining us? It'll take you about 2-3 years to get there if you push consistently. 2-3 people a month. That's all you have to do, and you'll be living like a millionaire for 1 week of the year, while you're on the road to becoming a millionaire yourself. The purpose of this is to make you feel what it is like to be wealthy, to be really wealthy, right? And your children get to experience that too. That is very powerful. That opens up your children's minds to the possibility of what they have in themselves. At rank 11, we spend R250,000 on a brand new car. We buy it cash in your name. No DuePoint stickers on the side, no T's and C's. You don't have to carpool with 3 other rank 11s. It is your car to do with what you want. No debit order at the end of the month. This is rank 11. We go up to rank 28. You're only getting warmed up. People have got to rank 11 in less than 24 months. It's time and numbers. If you can get to rank 1, you can get to rank 11, you can get to rank 20, you can get to rank 28. So what are we going to be doing in the next 3 months? It's springtime, we're going into summer. Everyone starts to find this downhill slide towards the holidays. Right? Here at DuePoint, there are no downhill slides. If we want to change our circumstances, we have to push. Even when the weather is nice, even when other people are doing holidays, we push. Because every day is an opportunity. So you can see over September, October, November, we are going to be traveling around the country doing road shows. We are going to be coming to Durban, Port Elizabeth, Bloemfontein, Mbombela, and Cape Town. Make sure that you diarize these dates. Make sure that you have prepared for these dates, that you have got people that you are able to invite to these roadshow encounters that we're going to be doing. Because these are opportunities for you to suddenly grow your channels in different parts of the country. Do you want a national business, or do you just want a business here in your town? National. We want national, right? Think big. So use these opportunities. Go onto our website. There you see www.DuePoint.net. Click on the events button. You will see all our intro presentations and development seminars listed. Go to the dates. Right? You will get to 29th of September, you will see we're doing an intro presentation at head office, we're doing a dev seminar at head office, and we're doing a Durban encounter in Durban. You click on Durban encounter and register yourself with as many guests as you want to bring with you, so that you have tickets to go to that event, so that we can plan accordingly and do that for every event, right? If you can get there yourself, even better. But if you can't, make sure that you've got guests going. It's opportunity to build your channel, to put your channel on steroids and go national as quickly as possible. And you can do it in the next 3 months, so that by December, you've got a smile on your face. That's the opportunity that we have here at DuePoint. And so my invitation to you as guests is to come join us here at DuePoint. Even if you're skeptical, we've made the business so low risk that you can at least try. See what 30 or 60 days, what you can do in this business. But give it solid effort. Go speak to one person every day, and I promise you, by October, you'll be wealthier than you were in September. Who would like DuePoint to pay for all the petrol increases for the rest of their life? Who would like DuePoint to pay for all your school fees? Who wants to be the parent that ticks the box, pay full year in advance in January? What do you want out of this business? We're talking about real life. We're not talking about New Year's resolution. We're not talking about stopping smoking, losing weight, all of that funny stuff that we try for 1 week. We're talking about changing our lives. Who would like to go on rank 9 every single year? To know what it feels like to travel business class every single year. That's our first international conference. There's another one waiting for you. When you're traveling overseas twice a year business class, you're earning 50, 60, 70,000 rand a month on top of your salary. When everyone at your work looks at you and you've got a new car, you say, oh no, I paid the car cash. Where are you going this year in December? Oh no, we're going to Mauritius again. Again, didn't you go last year? Yeah, we go. You're going to join Facebook just so that you can post pictures on Facebook about business class Mauritius 5-star. This is what has to motivate you. But for motivation, there has to be belief. That's why I say trust is so important in this process. If you look at this business and you're skeptical, give it a try. But while you're trying, you have to start believing in this business. Because the belief has to exist for you to be motivated to do this business. And the necessity has to exist. You have to have the reason why you want to do the business. What is the reason? Because the business is not always fun. Mauritius is fun. But during the year, while you're trying to tell people to come look at this business and they're telling you no, 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 you go listen to Renee and Henny's testimony. She had 30 people tell her no in a row. 30. Who would have knocked on the 31st door? Who would have gone home instead? She did go home. She made herself a cappuccino and she went and spoke to another 5 people, and 4 said yes. After 30 no's, right? You have to have a good reason for doing this business. So that is my invitation to you. If you have any questions, come speak to me. I hope everyone has a very prosperous 4 months ahead of them. I want smiles in January. Everyone else is going to be crying on Facebook. You're not on Facebook at the end of the year. 2018, 2019 is going to be better. That's what they say. And 2019 will be like 2018. We have to start doing something. So good luck. Go do it. Come speak to me if you need any help. Thank you.